Hi, Travis Cook here of Learning How to Think, and it's the 9th of September 2020, and the theme for this video is simply, we are under attack. I'm convinced now parts of our government have been infiltrated, and it's either, I'm putting it down to one of three things. It's either bribery, people are getting paid huge amounts of money to put this stuff through. It's either outright corruption. People know what they're doing and deliberately are doing this against us for their own evil agenda, whatever it may be. And the third part is blackmail. I think parts of our government have been blackmailed into going against their own country, going against their own government. Actually, maybe there's a fourth one as well. Maybe stupidity could be a part of the mix. So four things. Just count that in there as well. Because what's being done to the people right now is so anti-life, anti-people, anti-economy, anti-everything that makes human life good and enjoyable at the moment. And I don't think Boris himself is totally compromised, but he doesn't have as much weight as I think a lot of people think he has in what policies get put through. He definitely, I'm sure, has some role to play, but he's not calling all the shots here. And the thing is, there are many, or maybe there are many, I'm pretty sure there must be, key players within our government that have been corrupted. And whether it's science, health officials, or it's the World Health Organization that's gotten its claws in there through Bill Gates and friends. But we are under attack, and it's been so obvious these past months, but now it's just becoming even more obvious. And anyone with half a brain cell can see what's going on here. But that's the thing. I think we are being given the conditions for awakening to become so easy because people have to wake up. And in the grand scheme of things, people waking up and realizing their true sovereignty and claiming their power is worth any price because it will lead to an amazing society and world in the end. But right now, yeah, a little bit shaky, a little bit annoying, to be honest. Quite frustrating as you see that the new COVID crackdown is coming into place from Monday, when the very same sources can show you graphs and documents and all of this showing that, yes, apparently the cases are going up. Cases. Supposedly in young people, in young people, because I don't know, maybe they're socializing, actually interacting with their fellow humans and maybe touching each other. Oh my god, can you imagine? So maybe that shit's going down, and they want to try and blame it on them, shame these people, stop them from interacting and being human, because there is a very dark agenda behind all of this. There's a very, very dark, evil, sinister agenda that's being that is using this COVID to roll itself out, and it's becoming so clear, so obvious right now. I don't know how you can't not see this. It's so obvious. And now it'd be interesting if we could get exact names and people that may have been corrupted and compromised and bribed and blackmailed. But I guess that would take a bit more digging. See which MPs support these measures and which ones don't, because apparently even MPs and scientists, loads of people are telling Boris don't do this, but there must be for some reason this is continuing. Now, could this be the fact Boris is showing light of actually not being a side of the good guys, and maybe he is a part of the corrupt deep state? Well, I don't know. It's hard to say right now. Possibly. I mean, even with my upcoming video on why I think he might be a part of Team Q, I can't be 100% on this. So we do have to keep our wits about us. But yeah, when you see this and you see that the infections are going up supposedly amongst young people, but the deaths have not barely changed at all. More people, even the Daily Mail themselves said that the last week of August, more people died. How many more times? 12 times the amount of people died from flu than they did of the coronavirus in the last week of August. So, do you think with this it justifies any of these insane measures that we have seen come through? And unfortunately, so many people are still wearing the damn masks in supermarkets. A lot of people are still going along with these little things, and thankfully it's not getting too far. But can you see it stopping? It doesn't look like it's stopping, guys. It's been rolled back a little bit, and now it's being pushed back out there again. And the fear level It's being attempted to be risen. However, I don't think there will be any chance of anywhere near the same level of fear that was generated during the first wave of this. I don't even think we're seeing the second wave. We're just seeing case-demic right now, not deaths, nothing. The amount of fear, people aren't going to buy it. In fact, there's going to be a lot more anger this time, I imagine, when the government tries to do this again. So be prepared, guys. We're going to have to fight this, but we fight it in so many ways, and it's psychological, and it's on our energy side of things, and it's the actions that we take. I don't know if people know or see, can realize how much of a powerful statement it is right now to not wear a damn mask in the shop. I have had very little reaction to this, but it just shows I don't think many people have even tried. They're so scared of the government. You're not scared of the virus. That's the thing. I saw this great meme that showed that simply just said, you're not scared of the virus now because you're being told to wear these masks. You're scared of the government. And people, we need to wake the fuck up to this. We need to stop being scared of the government, because this isn't going to stop otherwise. And we're going to end up like communist China, and it's going to be not a world that anyone wants to live in. So let's wake up. I mean, in the grand scheme of it, when I look at with my cosmic goggles on, this clearly is being done just to wake people up. So if you already are on if you're already awakened to this stuff, if you already know about all this stuff, then you're primed to help the others that are just starting to get their knowledge about this, and we can really get the ball rolling, really speed things up. But basically, yeah, people have to wake up. They have to realize that there is evil people on this planet, and they do have an agenda, and they are against your best interests. They are attacking us. We are in a form of a war. It's not like the wars back in the day when everyone's running out into the field with swords and shields. This is covert. This is happening very sneakily, although it's becoming very obvious now. But it still is being done under the table through people that you don't know who they are. But if you look for it, you can find out who they are. But for a lot of people, they don't even know who is actually doing this thing, who are the masterminds behind these agendas that affect their daily lives. And who the fuck really is going to listen to this bullshit? You're not allowed to gatherings up to over six people, apparently. I wouldn't even be surprised if fuck all took any notice of that. So we'll see what happens. Judging from what I can see from some of the comments, nobody's buying this. It'd be interesting to see when I talk to people on the ground. It's still the morning here. I haven't spoke to anyone yet, and unfortunately, since moving place, my pool of people to speak to is a little bit smaller, like in person. Maybe I'll try to do some more networking or something. But yeah, so I just saw this and I thought it was ridiculous. And personally, I feel, I when I look at the perspective that people need to wake up, we need to have this stuff for people to wake up, because then once we go forward after all of this bullshit, with an awakened population, it will be incredible. But until then, yeah, we're going to have to keep going, guys, and we're going to have... I think part of our evolution right now is resisting this stuff, is saying no, putting the boundaries, putting the borders. No, I will not do this. Get fucked. And let's see. I mean, I think it's partly being done to try and counter the movement of what's going to happen with civil unrest, with all the people starting to come together to start to protest this shit. I reckon this is the government trying to counter this. Even though there are many governments saying, MPs saying don't do this. But so it's interesting where the lever of power, the corruption, the core of this I think it's tied into the medical establishment somehow. Some of the medical advisors, the World Health Organization with Bill Gates and the wings, they have corrupted, bribed or blackmailed, or something has gone on with key positions, or they're just insane and stupid. And they just so full of disinformation. But then where would that disinformation come from? It probably comes from Bill Gates, Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Bill Gates, the World Health Organization. Anyway, deliberately creating false information to be fed to our medical people. But yeah, so just had to get that out there. Just had to feel the power get the vibe out there, because resistance is the key right now, and it can be done in so many little ways, and it's so important. Like every little rule that they get you to follow is another step down the line of totalitarianism. Every little time you resist is a step forward in freedom. Even support shops that accept cash. Tell shops who aren't accepting cash how ridiculous it is and the problems that may come in the future from all of this. Wake people up to the fact that there are evil people here, and they have an agenda, and they are attacking us. They are literally coming for us in whatever way they can. So we have to fight back, and we're going to need to be strong, and we're going to need to be prepared, and we're going to need to have knowledge. We're going to need to. That's the crucial point: is to blast the fuck out of this childlike naivety that seems to have plagued our civilization. We can't seem to comprehend how evil some people are, or a lot of people anyway. I speak to so many, and it's like, no, I just can't believe it's true. And that is such a weakness that we have. And I don't know if it's biological, or it's just pure conditioning, or it's mixture, but we have this weakness that we can't comprehend that there are evil people out there with an evil agenda. The naivety has to go. We need to lose that. We need to wise up, grow up, and realize we are under attack. I mean, ultimately, I don't really care if I was to die in some way fighting this, or even if it came to it, if it was freedom or death. It's such an easy choice, and whatever, death doesn't bother me. But the situation on this planet, in this country, it doesn't have to totally implode and everything be lost of all of humanity's achievements, and we totally succumb to being slaves. It really doesn't have to go to that way. We have the potential, the opportunity to totally flip this shit around. So let's make it happen, guys, and I'll see you next time.